Hi, we're 3 Days Grace, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to my interview with Matt, Brad, and Neil from 3 Days Grace. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Real good.
Doing good.
Real good, not just good. I like that. Yeah.
I just had a coffee, so
That boosted a little bit. And I just want to say thank you for taking the time to chat. I appreciate it. Excited to have you on.
Thanks.
you.
Good to be here.
My pleasure. So we have to kick things off by discussing your upcoming record release, Outside. You must just be dying inside to release this, anticipation.
yeah, you work on something for so long, and then you just you want to get it out there and see what people think and see the reactions of the fans.
You two in the same boat?
Totally, yeah. It's kind of cool to just you're so close to something, and one of the hardest things is to to know when to take the brush off the canvas. You know what I mean? And consider it done, and that's it, and then just push it out, and just like Matt said, just to see the reaction. And we're fortunate to do it on a pretty big level and spread it all over the world, and it's a really exciting time for us. Yeah.
When do you know how to stop editing yourself, to kind of take that brush off the canvas? Is it just a feeling in the room, or?
I think, we trust each other. We've worked together collaborative songwriting for a long time, so I think there's that level of that's a really tough question to answer.
It's usually when we put the song "Let It Go" from Frozen on.
The vibe just completely
changes.
No, you just get inspired to let it go.
Okay. Well, something that must
It's
have
done.
helped.
No, it is really hard,
hard.
sometimes to know
know
when to
when.
walk away. Yeah.
Something I'm sure must have really lifted spirits in the studio is having the production team that you used for 1X. Did that just make things feel at home for you right away?
Yeah, it kind of happened in stages, actually. So, Gavin Brown, who produced our first album, he was pretty big part of our second album as well, and he produced Human 3 years ago. He's the kind of guy that really, on a sort of on a theme level, on a lyrical level, helps us kind of dig deep and try to find those things on the inside, the craziness that inspires the songwriting process. He helps us kind of discover that for ourselves, and he always has. So having him in the mix, kind of up there, hanging out with us, playing guitar, drinking beer, riding snowmobiles all last winter, he was there kind of hanging out and kind of doing that process. And then we brought in Howard Benson, who's critically acclaimed producer as well, who is just the best lyrical producer out there, I think. And so to have that X and Y factor is pretty cool. The end result, we listened to it, we're like, yeah, we always wanted to put those two guys together.
Every video you posted while you were in the studio, because you did some really cool studio updates, it just looked like you were having a blast. It was not work for you at all. Were there some times where you had to reel it in and you're like...
Well, there was a movie theater right beside,
Yeah.
right in the studio, so it's when we weren't working, we'd go into the movie
You
theater.
even hooked up video games? Like, this is
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah, we played
You really got it.
Battlefield 1 on the big screen, which was really cool. But there's also a little golf course outside
That's
too.
amazing.
And we're this is a studio that's just outside of Hamilton called Jukasa Studios. And we wanted to get out of the city for this one and get out into the country and just be secluded out there and do our thing.
I'm sure no distractions helped a lot. Aside from the
movie
golf
theater.
course and the movie
Movies,
theater.
golf,
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Well, so far from the forthcoming album, you shared The Mountain, which is a super anthemic and uplifting single. I'm really digging it as of right now. Did it originally come from the Muhammad Ali quote, though? Because I noticed
No, it didn't. No,
It didn't.
no.
Okay.
It didn't originally come from any sort of quote. The mountain is kind of, it's I guess it's an analogy to just waking up to your own reality and having no choice but to face the consequences of what your reality is and what those circumstances are, for better or for worse. And for some people that's just striving to be at the top, and for other people that's just
Getting by.
getting by, waking up.
The mountain is life, and different people's lives are different, and we each have our own thing we need to get over. And for some it's depression, for some it's just getting by and making enough money to get past the next month. That's the mountain. Mountain is life.
Was there a reason you wanted to tell fans just keep on keeping on? Was there something going on with you?
Well,
or?
I think with losing two huge influences, Chester and Chris, you know, that also incorporated into the mountain, and like just getting past those dark days, that, you know, and looking towards the light and not giving into the darkness was my inspiration for.
The video for the mountain is also so cool. It really makes me just want to work out right away
Nice,
because it's
good.
so intense. Like, it's a very intense music video. And I heard behind the scenes you actually got to spar.
Yeah, I got to hold.
How did you fare?
Well, I didn't spar. I just held pads for
Okay.
Misha. Misha Serkinov is light heavyweight in UFC, so I would never spar with him because I probably get knocked out
I think you should
immediately.
have sparred with him.
Oh yeah, you'd like that one, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You want to see your fellow band member just get
Yeah.
completely
Sure.
beat
why-
up?
Yeah.
Why
Well,
not?
we're brothers,
Yeah.
so he wants to. Yeah.
You're used to beating them up, so you like to see
Yeah.
someone else do it.
I
for
want
once.
to get in the ring.
Anytime.
Were there any of the sports in the video that you actually do or would like to dabble in some more?
I take MMA classes for conditioning and stuff. I don't want to be a fighter, but we all play hockey.
Yeah, hockey's a big one.
Hockey's not in the video.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
right, yeah, right.
I was the advocate to put golf in the video. I thought that golf would have been every day. You know what I mean? Just every day
I'm thinking
Show up.
beer pong would have been cool, but
Right, and
Yeah, okay.
skateboarding. I skateboarded like my whole
yeah, you
life,
did,
so.
yeah.
You had any really bad wipeouts though throughout your time?
Yeah, like my shins are pretty messed up from getting the board hitting me in the shins. Ankles are a little funky too.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Any injuries from that kind of stuff? Or
Hockey injuries, yeah.
Yeah?
I like shattered my elbow when I was 17 playing hockey. But
And you got knocked out in hockey and kept playing, didn't you?
yeah, yeah, I've been knocked out a lot in
I
hockey.
got the whole game.
That's part of my problem.
part of it. I sprained my foot coaching baseball 2 years ago. Like little
Jesus,
like children.
man.
how did that happen?
So here's what happened. I didn't.
That is a serious sport.
I was trying to get a little workout for the kids,
Right.
doing it for the kids,
Yeah.
and I was taking a light jog backwards,
Right.
and there was no joke, a groundhog hole.
Right.
Do you remember when I was in the
Yeah.
air cast?
I do remember.
Yeah.
Aw.
So you were. So how can you not remember when I fucking sprained my leg?
Well, I didn't know it was in kids soccer. I thought it was in soccer. Like
Baseball. I was trying to do
Sorry,
something for the
that's-
But the fact
community,
you
you
put kids
asshole.
in front of it, it's just a whole other level. It
That's
makes it a
pretty
lot
cool.
better.
The kids were confused. They didn't know what was going on when one of the parents brought me a fucking lawn chair. I was
There's
injured.
no stretcher involved, was there?
No, but my coach, that was it. The assistant coach had to come in.
It's
We,
over.
yeah, it was a shit show.
It was the end of your kids' baseball career.
Well, I had to also play drums in 3 days grace in 6 weeks, so I was on the mend. I had to retire from the coaching position.
That's a good idea.
Since we are talking about sports, before the camera started rolling, I mentioned how I not only interview musicians but also wrestlers. So
Yeah.
as far as sports entertainment goes with wrestling, if you could go into the ring and you had to have your own gimmick, what would that be for the three of you?
Oh wow, that's a pretty cool idea. Gimmick for like wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, could you be a good guy, a bad guy?
I'd probably be like a Nacho Libre type, like with the Mexican outfit.
Like
the
a lucha.
Mexico- yeah. Totally.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan coming in with a
Yeah.
fresh
That's pretty
spruce 2x4. Just
Yeah, he was
knock
awesome.
you upside of the head with
Yeah,
a
he was-
2x4 from Home Depot.
Okay.
Maybe I'll bring in a 2x6.
Ooh, surprise everybody.
I don't know what I'd like to be a villain. I don't know what villain though.
Jake the Snake was cool too.
I love Jake the
We
Snake.
had him on the show.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you watch the documentary?
Of course.
Yeah.
And speaking
Wow,
with him
amazing.
after the documentary, like to see how far he's come, it's
That's
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
Kudos to Jake.
You guys
Yeah.
watch a lot of the old school stuff. Do you keep up with it? Or?
Not so much today. I watched Chris Jericho fight in I think it was in Tokyo. I just watched
Kenny
it.
Omega.
Yeah.
it's amazing.
He's
Yeah.
a little younger than us. Our old school is like King Kong Bundy.
Yeah, that's right.
And like the problem
George
with King
the
Kong Bundy,
Animal Steel.
Yeah.
The Iron
I
Sheik.
don't see anyone eating the turnbuckle anymore.
I,
You know?
I remember I cried when I was a little kid when Hulk Hogan lost to the Ultimate Warrior. That was
Really?
so upsetting to me because I was a huge Hogan fan.
Little known
Yeah.
fact: the old school rubber wrestlers, King Kong Bundy, you could kill another kid with King Kong Bundy. The thing weighed like 6 pounds.
Yeah, they were pretty awesome.
Oh,
Those
really?
those little I don't.
Yeah, weapons.
Yeah, they weighed a ton.
Yeah,
Little plastic.
Yeah,
Rubber.
if you see those out there, hang on to them. They're classics, and send them to 3 Days Grace because we want to collect. them.
Wrestling figures.
Do you still have
from
the ones
80s.
from when you were younger?
I can't find them. I
No?
don't
No,
know.
I don't.
Okay. Well, hopefully fans will listen and send some your way.
Okay, good.
Well, speaking to fans.
Just not on stage.
No.
No, oh no. Can you imagine? You definitely won up the baseball injury
Oh shit,
for
we're
sure.
just starting some shit. Please don't do that.
Well, I do want to end it on the fans. Is there anything you would like to leave with all those viewing? Just any parting words? It's an exciting time with the record coming out.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy the record, and thanks for all the support. And yeah, we love you. See you soon.
Absolutely.
Beautifully put. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all the exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. We'll see you.